Halo. Combat. Wait, no, sorry. Campaign Evolved. That's gonna take some getting used to. During the dates of October 25th and 26th, I had the incredible privilege of attending the Halo World Championship Series, and even being able to try out the demo for Halo Campaign Evolved. It would have been 3 days and I would have gotten reveal trailer footage, but a certain airliner had to cancel my flight right as I got to the airport, delaying me by about 17 hours. Anyways, I had learned earlier that this would be Halo Infinite's last championship year, and that as a result, Halo Studios would also be pulling back the curtain to one of the projects that they're currently working on. So, being as it was a now or never moment, I decided to head over to Seattle to experience my first and currently last HCS event. Now, while I could say that I was surprised by the reveal, being someone that keeps up somewhat with the Halo news, it had been rumored for the longest while that Halo Studios had been working on a remake of Halo Combat Evolved, especially after they showed off their Project Foundry video that they had released last year in 2024, showcasing environments and models that were very reminiscent of Combat Evolved. What did make my jaw drop though, as I watched the trailer on my friend's computer, was all the beautiful visuals and the graphical update, as well as the few moments of gameplay that was given. It genuinely looked as though someone took Combat Evolved, gave it a visual enhancement while keeping everything that made the original great, and simply expanded and added on to it. 2-player split screen, 4-player co-op, more weapons, missions, available on PlayStation and PC, cross-progression and cross-platform. So many new and returning features that I honestly was not expecting. And yes, after Halo 5 and Infinite, my expectations were admittedly low. For the first time since Infinite's multiplayer reveal trailer, I felt genuinely hyped to hop back on Halo, and hop on I did. In the middle of the convention, behind Forerunner doors, were several stations where you could try out the demo for Silent Cartographer. To get in, you either had to pre-register for a time slot, which was easy to do, or go to an overfill line and then take the spot of those who may not have shown up. Each group of people that got in were allowed to play for 15 minutes before the next group came in. I snagged about 4 or 5 sessions, each time going in with a different purpose. First session was about enjoying the updated look, the new atmosphere, how things felt. The cutscenes? Gorgeous! I felt as though I were watching part of a present-day CG movie, if not at least a better live adaptation. Then came the gameplay. Yes, the game has sprint, but it also apparently has an option to toggle it off in the menu. But even with the added mechanic, it just felt more like an animation that had been included rather than something that affected actual gameplay. And if you wanted to fire your weapon, there was no delay. It was immediate, which I personally enjoyed. Anyways, aside from taking several minutes to check out the scenery, I started to fool around a little, shooting down at the sand to see how it would react. Same with the water. Watching bits of the different sections sputter up as I attacked it. Hearing how the footsteps sounded in different areas as well as when I bashed different surfaces. Little details that can help add to the immersion as well as the liveliness of the world. After I got done with that, being the old casual speedrunner that I was, I headed down the beach until I found the flipped over warthog. Flipped it back over and immediately drove into the water, seeing how the water reacted to it as well as the sand. I giggled like a little kid at Christmas, to say the least, in awe at how the two interacted with each other. I'm pretty sure that there are many more details which I'm forgetting or just not able to paint a picture of well enough, but those are just from immediate memory. Then came my second session, actually completing the mission, which admittedly took me a little bit of time since I only ever speedran Silent Cartographer. It was fun though, playing the game in a different way than what I was used to. Breathed new life into it for me. And it was during this session that I had learned that Silent Cartographer Warthog Bump was no longer possible, as the door with the Golden Elite shut much earlier than in the original. Because of modern mechanics being implemented though, I had no issues with figuring out where exactly I was supposed to go. Yes, without markers, I am easily lost. Believe me when I say, GPS whether in or out of game will always be useful. Anyways, Watched the cutscene upon completion of the level, and that was my second session. Third session. Tried speedrunning the demo on Legendary, trying to replicate what my friend did, and failed miserably the whole time. And the fourth you're probably seeing on screen right now, myself speedrunning and completing the level on normal difficulty. Overall, I found the demo to be very enjoyable. Sure, some frame rate drops here and there that I noticed, but otherwise, no complaints that I can honestly think of off the top of my head. Heck, it wasn't until after I got back from Seattle that I had realized that instead of using a health pack to replenish your health like in the original, your health just recharged on its own like the shields do. I'd even missed the fact that the assault rifle doesn't even start with 60 rounds, but 32. If you want to say I'm in the high phase, that's fine, that's a fair argument. But the fact that I didn't realize the changes till much later has me questioning if the original designs aren't needed anymore, or if I'm just being blind in the moment. Regardless of the former or the latter, I just know that I had a blast and a ton of fun with the demo, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. Whether or not current thoughts change, we shall see with time. On that note though, for anyone who stuck around for this long, I thank you for your time and patience. I rarely post commentaries on this channel, so it's a bit out of my comfort zone, but after attending HCS, I truly felt inspired to write something and wanted to make this before that feeling and inspiration went away. Though I only managed to get in 2 days during the event, the experiences I had were enough to make it feel like a week. Met a lot of cool people during my time there, and wanted to give a quick shout out to every individual that was kind enough to sign my Halo poster. Lastly, shout out to my good friend Pro Ace Joker for allowing me to stay with him during the event. I wouldn't be where I am without you, man, and I hope to return the goodwill someday. If anyone would like me to do a deeper dive at some point, please let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, Graywolf out.